Hello everyone, and welcome to this tutorial on how to make a YouTube video in iMovie. So, one of the first things I'm going to show you is how to actually record yourself for an iMovie video. So the first thing you want to do, if you actually want to record a video of yourself, is to click this arrow up here. It says import video from a camera or folder on your computer. So this will help transport some videos into your video. So this is me, and I'm just going to record a little blurb here. This is for a tutorial. Yay! Alright. So once that's done, you drag that into your movie. Looks like we need to abbreviate that a little bit. But this is for a tutorial. Yay! And you can already see I made a little bit of a mistake there because I started talking a little bit too soon, but basically the videos, once you click on that arrow and record, they will pop up in this little section right here called My Media. And if you're wondering how I'm actually recording my screen for a YouTube video, what I use is this program called OBS right here, and you can see the recording right down here is 1 minute. What you want to make sure you do when you have OBS is to add something that says display capture right here. There's a lot of different other stuff there, but the main thing you want to have is display capture, and for downloading this software from the internet, all you have to do is go to obsproject.com and download it for your MacBook, assuming you have that, and yeah, then you can start recording your screen. The next thing you do when you make a YouTube video is you may want to get some pictures for that video. So what I usually do is download pictures from the internet. So let's say we want a picture of the Mario Bros. Movie. What we do is save image as, and we would save this as a download onto our desktop. Now that there is a JPEG, sometimes it doesn't save in that convenient JPEG format, and so you have to kind of take a screenshot of it instead, which you can use Shift Command 4 for. You could just take a screenshot instead, but instead we were fortunate enough to get the JPEG, which easily downloads. You can download it onto your desktop and just move it easily into your video. Okay, so this one is a little bit simple, but a simple part of it is just to increase or decrease the length of the photo. You just kind of slide the arrow along there. But in terms of some more, I suppose, advanced editing techniques, there are certain things you could do to have it play at the same time as a video. So one of those things is a simple cutaway. So you can see I have it on top of the video. This is for a tutorial. Yay! I'm talking while the Mario Brothers are in the picture. But let's say you don't want that. There's also different options. There's green screen / blue screen, which I'm not going to get into because I myself don't even have a green screen that's functional for this. But what you could do is split screen. Let's say you want to have me and the Mario Brothers in the frame at the same time. Now that doesn't work great. We could position it differently. But in any case, this may not be the best image for this example, but you could see that there is a picture of me in there and a picture of the Mario Bros. You could also do picture-in-picture though, and this might be a little bit of a better option. So let's say I'm talking about the Mario Brothers in this clip. They will show up in this screen here. Tutorial. Yay! And you could get it to dissolve if you want, but if you don't, just put that as 0 seconds and the Mario Brothers will show up automatically there without any sort of transition. So those are sort of some ways to manipulate photos that I think are interesting. Oh, and one last thing, we have to mention the Ken Burns effect, of course. So the Ken Burns effect is basically, I'll show you right here. It's famous for the documentary filmmaker Ken Burns, where it basically zooms in on the faces of the characters, in this case the Mario Brothers. But you can edit this around a little bit to where you want it to end on. So in this case, we're going to see how it zooms in on Luigi's face because we added a box here for it to end in, and let's say we wanted to start somewhere else too. Let's say we wanted to start and end on Luigi's face, so that's what we did. So you can really play around with the Ken Burns effect depending on where you want to start and end the picture. And if you just want it to fit the screen, you can have fit, crop to fit. I believe just crops out one part of the picture. So if, let's say you just want Mario in the image, there you go. So that is crop to fit, and the Ken Burns effect. So that's basically an overview of how to do pictures. And since we're sticking with the Mario Bros theme, I will next show you how to edit music or audio with a Mario Bros theme song, specifically Koopa Cape from Mario Kart Wii. So that is what we're going to use here. Now, one of the main things I like to do when I make YouTube videos is sort of overlap my videos with background audio. But here's the thing, if you're going to do this, spoiler alert, it will start out way too loud. This is for case in point, Koopa Cape is way more loud than my voice. You can hear the music way louder than me, which is not something you want. So what I usually do is I drag this down all the way to 1% by manipulating this green bar here. Yay! And now my voice is a lot louder than the background music, which is obviously what you want, even if you have some background music. You can also manipulate the audio of the video itself by clicking the arrow in the blue bar here. So now I'm a lot louder there, as you can hear. But let's also say you want a fade in for the music. What you would do is click the green arrow here. You can get a fade in of about 3 seconds, and you can sort of hear the music start to get gradually louder with that. Or you can do a fade out by clicking this arrow here and dragging it back that way. Now let's also say you want only a specific part of the music. Well, what you do here is right click and then click split clip. And then what you could do here is delete, use the delete button to delete the rest of it. So now the music is only playing for the select clip that I want. So that is how to do music. Alright, so let's transition into transitions now. Now you can definitely play around with these and sort of discover which ones you like best. But I'll give you an example of a couple I like for my YouTube channel. So when I want sort of a dramatic entrance, one that I like is to spin in with this. For a tutorial. So you can sort of see the image spin in like so. If you want one that just sort of goes in between images, one that I like is cross zoom. So you can see a sort of fading effect between me and Mario there. And one that I like for a very end of the video is fade to black. It's sort of, you can just see a sort of peaceful fade out there. Again, you can definitely play around with all these transitions and discover which ones you like best, but those are 3 of my favorites for a YouTube video. And another thing you might want to do is increase or decrease the length of your transitions. For example, let's say you don't want a whole 1 second for that cross zoom between me and Mario. What you could do is double click that little transition bar there. Let's say we want it at just a ½ second instead. So now that flip between me and Mario is a good bit quicker now. And let's also say you want that transition for every single, or let's say you want that length for every single transition. You can click that button, apply to all, and now every transition is only ½ second long if that is your preferred length for a transition. And you can see the fade to black is a lot quicker then. Again, transitions I think are kind of mostly a matter of personal preference. I just showed you a couple of my favorites for like specific types of things, like between images, for an opener and for a closer. But again, it's all up to you, honestly. So next, let's talk about some titles and text here. So generally, the texts that you see here under this titles section, the ones that are in the center are generally ones you'd want at the beginning of your text, and the ones that sort of pop up in like a lower corner, those are ones you would want in just attached to an image instead. So this is one I like right here, the pop-up lower third. So that one you'd want attached to an image. The ones that are centered and sort of have the big text right in the center, those are ones you can have at the very start of your video. So let's say the title of this video is my review of the Mario Bros movie. So that is our title of our project now. and it can have a bit of a transition here that's pretty much automatically added. So let's say you want to play around with this a little bit more. So you can change the font. There are all sorts of fonts you could use here. I'll use one of my favorites, I guess, Georgia. We'll go with that. And you can change around the font size. And you can change around how you want it centered. Obviously, you probably want it centered like that in the center, but there's left, center, and right. If you want to play around with that, you could bold it. You can change the font color. They're all down here. You can change it to red. So anyway, now that we've changed around the title of the video, it looks a little bit like that. So you can change around the font size, the font color, etc. And you could do that with your little pop-up text here too. So you could say, "This is Mario." And it pops up like that. So that is, again, for your texts that are smaller. And again, you could do all the same things. You can change the font size, and the font color with all of these. And you can center it, change it up however you want. So that is generally how you use text in a YouTube video. So finally, let's go through uploading the YouTube video itself. And I hope your YouTube video, when you're finished with it, is longer than 10 seconds. Anyway, we are going to click this button in the upper right corner and click YouTube. Now, again, I made the title of this my review of the Mario Bros. Movie, so let's just roll with that. Here are my thoughts on the movie. Again, a short little description will help. Probably a few more sentences than that, honestly. I'm just writing a real quick summary of, I guess, what a description could be. And then tags are kind of important too. If you want more people to find your video, tags help them find it. So you can have Mario, Super, Bros, Movie, Review. Those will just generally pop up the title. And that little warning that popped up there, that essentially just says that your tags have to be longer than one character. So basically they have to be actual words. And that would be pretty helpful. And you want to separate all your tags with commas like that. That'll separate them into individual little tags that'll help people find the movie easier. So then you click next, and then you click publish. And I should say that you want to have a YouTube account actually set up here. This is the one for my YouTube channel that I run. But you want to have perhaps your Moravian email set up there. You can sign in basically using that little button in the upper right corner, and there you go. That is how you upload a YouTube video.